I was running around trying to get my shot, and I missed it a little bit. All right, so first batter was Chris. Thank you, Keith. Keith ensuring I have a seat. He hit that leadoff triple. Jorge steps in. So our boys out of that last game into this one. And there's a ground ball to the shortstop. He throws it to first. But a very useful out with an RBI for for Jorge as Chris scores 1-0. And it looks like Teddy will step in with the bases empty. So thank you, Keith. Keith gave me the water. Seriously, you guys don't have any idea. You hear me, but Keith does all the work. And there's a ground ball right to the shortstop again. And throw to first, and they get Teddy by a step. So two ground balls too short. Gets us 2 quick outs. After the Jackrabbits lead off with a triple and get a run scored. So Aaron now with the bases empty, going to need to get himself on. And he zooms out of the way on that one. Ball 1. And your Jackrabbits broadcasting team appears to be ready. We were the last ones to get off the old field. I think we're the last one to be ready here. It is a Herculean task to move all of this stuff. Here comes the pitch for number 12. Aaron swing, fouls out back. Next pitch for number 12. Ooh, nice foul ball. That looked like that had a curve on it. It's lefty here, so his curve is going to curve, again, glove side, so it's going to come back towards a right-handed batter. And Aaron behind on that one, but fouls that off. Well, let me get the game posted here. And there's another ground ball to shortstop. Tell me if you've seen this before. And, oh, they got him. I think he might have pulled the glove or foot, but he got him. It was a routine play. So that's it. Jackrabbits score 1 in the top of the first. As the number 3 seed, we are the visiting team. And we're working on working from the visitor side means we will bat at the top of each inning, and that the PW Cyclones will always get a chance to eat. Thank you, Tony, for tuning in. Yes, let's go win one more. It appears though Jack has grabbed the ball and is ready to go. Let's see, there's my YouTube link. I don't know what time we started here, probably like 5:20-ish. And just championship games now here in the park. So just 2 games going, our game and another game going for, I think, maybe 10 or 11 U teams. Oh, well, I don't like to see a special weather alert for Brighton that expires at 6:15. We have nowhere to go. There's no real shelter here. Special weather statement. Gusty showers will impact northeastern Denver and western Adams County through 6:15. Gusty showers over Lockbuoy are 23 miles northeast. So those showers over there, I think we're going to be a little south of Loch Buoy to not have a problem here. But wind gusts up to 40 miles an hour, so let's see if that happens. So, Jack on the mound, east side behind the plate, Joe at first, Ricardo at second, Jorge at short, and Gianni at third. In left, we've got Chris. In center, we've got Javon. In right, we've got Teddy. And the first batter is a left-handed batter to Jack's left-handed pitching. So here we go. 57 on the outside corner for strike one. So let's just hope that that special weather alert does not contain anything that will cause a pause in the game. Jackrabbits are on a roll, winning 2 in a row to get themselves to the final here. And that ball is shot through the left side. Jorge makes a dive for it. So good leadoff single here for the Cyclones. And it looks like my camera angle will afford me the ability just to have basically the equivalent of the picture-in-picture there in the right of the camera. So take a look there if you are looking for the first baseman. We have a timeout here with the pitcher, the umpire with the mask off. Not sure what he was doing. I think maybe looking for a few extra game balls, it sounds like. Oh, too many people on the road. And that ball gets in between the exact same 5-6 hole there between the third baseman and the shortstop. That's going to be a single on every field you ever play on. And that's 2 in a row they've done. So and that ball is absolutely corked on the left field line, but foul. Thankfully foul. Thankfully. And Coach Steve is on retrieval duty, so he's going to go get that. All right. So everybody hitting Jack pretty well here. Jack throwing in the upper 50s. And that ball is hit to Chris in left field, who goes up and gets it. How do I not have that shot? I gotta go fix that. So that was a key play there for Jackrabbits to get one down, excuse me. Now I fixed that, so hopefully we'll see those pitches. Sorry there. Again, Jackrabbits Broadcasting making a mad dash from field 2 to field 1. You have to break everything down and step back up. So I apologize for missing that here. But you can see the runner on first and the runner on second in this shot. And the wind is picking up, much like that special weather bulletin warned us. 53 on the outside corner for Jack, strike one. That's less than pleasant. And even though we have turf, Jack coming in all the way in to get a new game ball, and I think just buying a little time on that wind gust. Even though we have turf everywhere on the field, what would you call this? The fan area, the kind of the pedestrian area is nothing but crushed gravel. So we're going to get dust and wind. Dust anytime it's windy. And there's a ground ball. Jorge tries to get a glove on it, but doesn't. And that ball is going to get into left center field, all the way to the fence. It is going to be a turf-assisted triple, if not a home run here. And they're going to hold him at third. So 2 runs in on that single. And now Pueblo West Cyclones get themselves the lead run. Number 12 will step in for the Cyclones. Home plate ump barking at the boys to go, go, go. So he's not going to be messing around here on a game. Maybe he also got the weather bulletin and doesn't want to have to cause any reason to stop there. Now we got to make good throws. Those of you that were paying attention to yesterday when Keith was on the mic, you know there's acres and acres of field in the foul territory. So any throw that gets away is a free and easy strike one. Free and easy 80 feet, if not more. That ball's outside. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. I got you, Keith. So this is the championship of the CABA 13U Gold AA Division, or AA Gold Division. The team that wins here has that ball gets away from Gianni, who has no idea how to do on the turf, and that'll score a run, and the runner will get down to first safely. So it should have been a routine out, as we've seen, has caused all kinds of trouble for our jackrabbits in the infield. So 3 runs across for the Cyclones. Jackrabbits struggling to get another out here. You probably trade a run for an out there, and Gianni picking up the ground ball and throwing it over, but unfortunately we didn't get the out. So Cyclones now with another runner on base. The ball floats in, 50 miles an hour, a little high. Well, we are definitely getting the wind gusts. I'm going to have to really cut down the third base camera to avoid the wind noise. I didn't put the muff on there. And no throw. You can see Teddy in right field, way out, so the ball doesn't get past him. If the ball were to get past the first baseman, with all the acres of space, those runners are going to run for a long time. And the pitch, it's way outside. Isai pops up and grabs it. Good grab by Isai. 2 balls and no strikes. I saw my beautiful wife, but I missed my daughter. Where's she at? She's already playing with the other kiddos, I guess. Swing and a miss, a 57-mile-an-hour pitch. And that ball had some run on it, so Jack's fastball just has a natural run away from the left-handed batter. Swing and a miss. And we're going to have 2-2 count with 1 down. And the next pitch. And that ball is hit right up the middle. Man, they are hitting it where we ain't. And runners on the corners now. Jack's making the pitches, and they are just absolutely putting the ball in play where we are not. That was a line shot up the middle after a couple shots through the hole between short and third. So 1 down, runners on the corners, and number 50, looking there, his jersey and his helmet don't match. 99 there we go. 99 shows bunt, pulls it back, I believe, for ball 1. So they have a 99, we have a 99.
How was the pool?
Nice, strike 1. 55 floats in. Hey, sweetie. You want to say anything to Nana and Papa? And the rest of the Jackrabbits crew? Nah.
Subscribe. And hit the like button.
There
Don't
you go.
forget that like button.
There you go. She's on message. That's ball bounces right in front of Javon. He's going to get the ball in. And that ball pops in. So again, just hitting Jack where we're not. They're doing a good job of putting the ball where we're not. So with that, that's the 4th run to cross the plate. We're going to get timeout already from Coach and see if we have a conversation with Jack about what maybe he's doing something wrong or different. And it looks like he's already made a motion to left field, so Chris will come in. Jack will be relieved here after only getting through a third of the inning. In his defense, it should be 2/3 of an inning. But yeah, which way is that blowing? We're doing amateur weatherman here, trying to figure out if this horrible thunder cell to what would be our east, there you go, is going to blow over the top of us or going to blow around us. Keith is of the mind that will blow around us, not over us. However, of course, the Cabo rules are such that lightning within 10 miles means we have to take a 30-minute break for every lightning strike within 10 miles. So we don't, even if it misses us, if it's within 10 miles of us and there's a lightning strike, we'll have to clear the kids off the field. And you know we hate doing that. So anyway, let's see. In the meantime, Jack has been relieved and been sent to center field with, he's got his head down out there, and Chris will pitch. Chris pitched a few innings yesterday. Also, even though Jack has multiple innings on his arm, because he has pitched in this game and come out, he cannot come back according to Cabo rules. Chris has 4 innings on his arm, and Teddy has 3. No, let's see. He had 1, so Total is 7. Teddy has 4 left on his arm, and Jorge has 6 left on his arm. So we have enough pitching, certainly, to make it through this game, where we're probably not going to see more than 4 or 5 innings. But we shall see here. Chris popping the glove at 55 in his warm-up pitches. A lot of baseball played already, so he should be warm. Just a question about whether he can be accurate here. And I'm going to mute myself and go check in with my wife. And Chris is in. Eastside barking instructions to his infield about where to go. Chris, the first one is low. Not a great way to start off to number 9 here from the Cyclones. And the Cyclone batter takes pitch number 2 for a ball. Cyclones dispatched of the Parker Sting 8-1 in pool play, and the Vipers 13-4 in pool play. The Vipers were the team that I believe we tied, so they end up with a number 1 seed, and then they started playing this morning. They dispatched the Vipers almost the exact same score, and then were able to defeat the Parker Sting. So they actually have only played, this is crazy, they played 4 games, only played 2 teams. We're only the third team that they're playing. So hard to know. They can clearly beat the Sting, and they can clearly beat the Vipers, but not sure, because they didn't play any of the teams we played, how we would line up. I guess no, that's not true. We played the Vipers, we tied them, and they were able to defeat the Vipers today 14-4. So bases loaded now. So Chris walked the first batter. Not the way he wants to start by any means. I'm good. And the first pitch to this batter, number 27. It's a ground ball. Gianni got him at third on the force. Should have been a double play, but Gianni having trouble just fielding on this turf, as most of the guys are. Run scores, so trade a run for an out, not where we want to be at this point on a 5-1, being behind 5-1 in the bottom of the first, but an out is an out, and they are tough to come by at this point. So let's see. Chris throwing a 47-mile-an-hour curveball in for a strike. That one had some nice break to it. It started almost at the letters and ended up south of the knees. So if he can do that all day, that's going to be incredibly hard to pitch to hit. That one does the same thing, but breaks too late, therefore goes over the plate high. And that ball is a good stop by Eastside. The runner at second with an excellent secondary lead would have gotten to third easily if the ball gets away from Eastside, but did not. So instead he will return to second, check in. And that ball is hit to center and over Jack's head. He's going to have to go retrieve that ball. And it will be a turf-assisted double, if not triple. We'll score at least 2 more. And we'll see if there's a throw at third. There's not going to be. And the runner slides in safely. So the Pueblo West Cyclones doing a great job of hitting the ball when it's elevated. So that was an elevated fastball from Chris at 56. And, well, he turned it around and hit it the other way. 22 is up, who I think led off. Is that about right? That's about right. So first pitch to number 22. The strike on the outside corner, 50 miles an hour. There's that movement pitch. I gotta find out, Chris, if that's a curveball or what that is. So maybe we need to do some more conditioning in practice because it's looking like the Jackrabbit's just a little tired. And I'll tell you what, the Cyclones do not. They look ready like they've come to play. They did have a little bit of time off between games. And there's a ground ball right to second. And then an easy throw to first. And there we go. And wow, I heard the field ump say out at first. I liked it. A lot of hustle in, hustle off boys from the home plate ump. So again, I don't know if they just want to go home or if they're worried about the weather. But either way, they're getting the boys to come on out quickly. So remember, we did score 1 in the top of the first, but after that we had struggled. So Ricardo, Gianni, Javon, then Joe, Jack, and Isai when those boys get up. But a pretty lackluster first inning for the Jackrabbits, 7-1 behind here in the championship game. Oh, I like that. I'm hearing from Isaiah. You can hear all the way down here. We're not giving up that easily. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So you like to hear that. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to make some notes here. I will note that you should stay here, but in the event that you don't want to stay here, there's excellent NCAA Men's College World Series on ESPN right now. There's been 2 walk-offs in 4 games. There's just 8 teams remaining. They're in a double elimination tournament, and 2 walk-offs in 3 games so far, with the 4th game being right now. And I believe it's Florida versus Texas A&M. And Florida, being unranked now, is really playing out of their mind. Oh, it looks like it's rain delayed. Even better. Kentucky was able to beat NC State in that walk-off earlier, 5-4 in 10. So really good baseball. Get yourself over to ESPN or ESPN Plus when that game comes back on for Florida and Texas A&M. Selfishly, I'm hoping it stays rain delayed for a while so I can come back and watch some. First pitch to Ricardo. Low and away. Ball 1. And that ball is hit kind of funky. We got a lot of top spin on it. Second baseman comes down with it for the first out of the inning. So good job, good read by him. And that's the first out for the Jackrabbits. All right, number 19 steps in, Gianni. Chance to maybe make up for a couple of fielding errors here by putting the ball in play. Ooh, he hits it off his thumb and hit down the right field line, but foul. And Gianni now with the bat on his shoulder, swinging the Rawlings. Swing and a foul tip, caught by number 28, I think, or 20. The catcher did a good job to squeeze that. And Gianni will hit a 61-mile-an-hour pitch. It'll be short right field, and it's going to bounce. Oh, and he falls down because, of course, it's turf, because turf is a horrible playing surface. And they're going to send him to 3, and they're going to hold him there with a very turf-assisted triple. We'll take it. And way to run hard as soon as you hit it. It looked like it was going to be a routine foul or fly ball, and instead it turns into a triple because turf. So Javon will step in now with Joe on deck. And a 61 on the inside corner. It wasn't a pitch that Javon wants to swing at probably most of the time, so no problem there. The ball's low and away. Ball 1 strike. That ball is hit straight up, and center fielder's on it, and we're going to throw it in and play at the plate. It gets past the catcher. So on the triple, we do score on Javon's sac fly to center field. Good catch by the center fielder, and good run by Gianni. So now we got 2 down. Bases are empty, so we did what we did last inning. We got a triple, and then we scored. We got to do better than that because of the way that the Cyclones handled their bottom of their first. So Joe takes strike one. Really slow arm movement there by the ump, 61. That ball's outside. Catcher setting up way outside, testing the limits of that outside strike zone. Coming inside, and there's a shot right to the second baseman who picks it up. Hot shot, throws it to first, and that will end the inning. So great play by the second baseman to get in front of it and stop that. That's flummoxed many a second baseman this weekend. Jackrabbits score 1, 7-2 as we go to the bottom of the second. It's not going to be enough to win this thing, but it ain't over, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go far. And if you love yourself some Jackrabbits baseball, I have news for you. Next weekend, no baseball. No tournaments, but we will play 3 weekends in a row. We will see you on the 29th of June, which is actually it's a Saturday. Then the 6th of July and the 13th of July. That will be the state tournament, USSSA state tournament. We will not be broadcasting that one. We have been prohibited from doing so because we make Diamond Club feel sad. And so we're not going to do that. But we will be broadcasting the Cabo Liberty tournament. Oh, and it looks like the tournament on the 30th is also a USSSA. So we'll be back one more time is all. That stinks. But make sure you like and subscribe because we're going to be back for fall ball, of course. We wouldn't want to miss that. Chris will be back on the mound. I agree. We need to petition Cabo to USSSA to not be uncool. And then, so that's what we got left. We got 3 more tournaments, where only 1 more will be broadcast. And if you hit the subscribe, you'll know when those games are happening. Jackrabbits season will end, looks like, the weekend of that 13th, 14th. And they'll take a break. My understanding is that some of the Jackrabbits family is going to New Jersey. Some are already there for some time away. And then I think we'll be back in September, October for a couple of tournaments and a league play. So that's us for the rest of the season. Your boys, however, are, what are they, 32, 20, and 4 on the season, so a very respectable season. And again, if you get rid of those league games, which you don't get to get rid of those league games just because you don't like them, quite dominant on the weekends, which is why we're playing gold, not silver any longer. And number 10 will come up to bat for the Cyclones. Mask on for the ump. He's calling play ball, and here we go. Chris from the windup. And Chris floats a 47-mile-an-hour pitch in for, I guess, a ball. Number 10 ducked underneath it, maybe shrinking his strike zone a little bit. And that ball is inside and off the turf for ball 2. I think Chris a little tired. He pitched in both games yesterday, and I think we've called on his services once already today. So really doing the yeoman's work to step up and help his Jackrabbits team. We have Jabrell at first. We have Aaron at second. Ricardo at short, and Gianni at third. So a different infield. 4-ball walk. Teddy in right, Jack in center, and Javon in left. So Jorge not in. I can only suggest that Jorge is playing catch with Kieran over there. Is that him? I can see a glove. All right, so Jorge warming up kind of in case he needs to come in for Chris, because Jorge has the most innings on his arm available with 6. Nice. That was a nice strike at 49 miles an hour. So Chris throwing 56, 57 fastball and then a 49 mile an hour curve. He's come a long way from a boy who could not find the strike zone early in the season to now being one of our starting rotation pitchers. And it has to do with the fact that he really worked on his mechanics. Chris spent a lot of time making sure he can just do the same thing over and over and over again. He was wild earlier because his arms were doing things, his legs were doing things. And he's going to get strike 2 on number 28 here. Instead, you'll see he comes very set. There's not a lot of action, not a lot of extra movement. Kind of the leg comes in. And there's a curveball off to the right. Aaron picks it up, and he's going to throw it over first, and he's going to get past Jabrell. And so that ball is going to allow that runner to get to third. And what should have been out number 1 ends up being an error, and first and third for the Cyclones. The Jackrabbits just looking really tired right now. I don't know. They only played 2 games. I don't have a lot of sympathy necessarily for them because the Cyclones have also played 2 games. They did have the advantage of having a 2-hour break, although I don't know if that's much of an advantage in this heat. And that ball is hit into right center field, and I suspect it is going to be... it's all the way to the fence. Gosh, I couldn't find it. Yeah, and so that'll be probably a triple. That would have been, I don't know, ridiculous. I don't know. It's 350 down the right field line. There's no other signs anywhere else. So I don't know if it's 350 all the way around or what. But anyway, two or three bounce to the fence there. It was a great swing. Number 12 will step in. And Chris will just come from the windup. He likes the windup because it gives him a few extra miles an hour on his pitch. That was, for example, a 50-mile-an-hour curve, which from the stretch comes in at 47. And that ball is absolutely just corked into left center field. And Javon's going to pick it up, and we're going to see if we get a play at third. And we're not going to have a play at third. In fact, we're going to have an overthrow. And now they've just stopped catching the ball. So that's no good. Aaron running all the way over from second to go pick up that ball. So I'd love to blame turf, but honestly, catching a ball is pretty obvious how to do it, and you got to do it. So we're going to get a timeout. Chris is being relieved here for Jorge. So that'll be the end of the day for Chris. So Jackrabbits pitchers quickly coming off the eligibility. We have Jorge and Teddy left to finish this game, unless we were to drop down into our second tier of pitchers like an Isai and Isaiah. So we're going to have a change here to the infield, I think, as we're going to see Chris coming off. I'm surprised by that, but we'll see what's going on. We've got just Chris coming off. We're going to have an easy switch there. And in steps number 24 for the Cyclones. And Jorge will be on the mound. He'll inherit a runner on third and nobody down. Good Lord. And a 10-2 score. Cyclones taking us to the woodshed. That ball's popped up, and it's going to fall in, I think. And unable to come up with the ball. So the runner's going to take a nice single, but he's also going to score his teammate from third. 11-2. Well, if they It's 20 after 2, so we're only 9 runs out. We shall see. It's a 9-run lead for the Cyclones, but they need 20 to end the game. So.
I didn't say we're going to run with this inning.
Oh, okay. And the runner at first with a hearty lead there doesn't go. Jorge with a 51-mile-an-hour curve. I think we did too, yeah. That one we were out of pitching, if I remember correctly.
There's just a big gap between first and second.
Yeah, and as I was noting, the Cyclones played the same 2 teams in both pool play and tournament elimination play, so it was hard for me to gauge from that what their talent, but they're taking it to us after an inning and, well, actually just an inning because we haven't registered an out yet. So yes, there may be a big drop-off between first and second. And that ball is hit through the right side because that's not where we're at. Teddy's going to come up with it. And we're going to have a runner make it all the way to third on the single. So runners on the corners again. They're hitting our pitchers, and they're hitting them where we're not. Our pitchers are leaving their fastballs up, and that is really the big difference here. Number 9 will step in. I almost did it. Well, it kind of maybe. Thankfully, that's a common last name, but that's no names, just numbers. I'd give a run for a double play here. And Jorge starts number 9 off with a strike. Everybody from top to bottom of the order here from the Cyclones has shown that they can put good aluminum on the ball. There's not a dead zone in their lineup. So Jackrabbits are going to have to earn every out that they get. And we got a 1-1 count. It's a good running count here if the runner on first decides he wants to go. He does not. There's a ground ball down the left field line. Just misses the runner at third, but he was in foul territory, so as such it wouldn't have been a problem. If he were in fair territory and it were to hit him, he would be out. The boys had to get a hard lesson on that much early in the season. One of the March games, I believe, we had one of our players that was in fair territory and got hit by a ball in play. Runner now goes. Strike 3. Nice curve. So they gave up the base for the out, but the run doesn't score. So now you got second and third with 1 down. So Jorge's curveball definitely working. Not going to overpower anybody. Throws mid-50s fastball, high 40s on the curve, but it does have action on it. Number 27 steps in here for the Cyclones. And he's going to dance out of the way from Jorge's 56-mile-an-hour pitch at his ankles. And a foul ball on a 51-mile-an-hour changeup or breaking ball. What is what's even more than a lack of energy? Like negative energy? Like that's what the Jackrabbits are exuding on the field right now. Almost energy is leaving their bodies. Nice stop by Esai there to make sure that ball doesn't get past. As you all know from yesterday, because we were on this field, Keith noted there's acres and acres of space in foul territory. Cannot let a ball get past because the runner will easily score. And that ball is hit over to the right side. Teddy underneath it. He grabs it, and then he's going to throw it to his cutoff man. And for some reason, the runner on third didn't tag, and so Teddy gets the second out of the inning with a putout in right field. And the runner on third stayed, so no runs scored. All right, 11-2. Jorge's coming in and getting outs. I'm not sure what the difference is between what he's throwing and what Jack was throwing, because they're very much the same, or even Chris for that matter, but who cares? Let's get outs. Second and third now, number 34 in the box. And he pops that ball foul off to the right, 48-mile-an-hour curveball. and Eastside just sweating bullets. You probably can't pick it up on the 480p broadcast, but man, he took that off and it looked like he just stepped out of a shower. Hot today. The sun is going down. There's quite a bit of clouds. There's also some 4-year-olds screaming behind us. That ball is hit into deep center. Jack's underneath it. Oh, and he dives for it, but it hits off his glove. And Teddy's going to have to come get it all the way from right field. That is going to be at least a double. And that ball gets away, and so they're going to send him, and they're going to hold him. Oh, no, the coach sent him, and he was ultimately, he decided to stay at third. So a triple, scores 2. Ball was in and out of Jack's glove. So tough play defensively for Jack. And runner on third now. Jorge throws the first pitch outside. And next pitch. Well, that was like him throwing across the infield diamond with no oomph on it. I'm not sure Jorge didn't get a good grip on it or what, but 50-mile-an-hour fastball is not Jorge's forte. There we go. Strike 56 on the outside corner. You like to see that. 22 here. What I believe is the top of the order. So the Cyclones have hit around twice now in 2 innings. Ay caramba. And there's a nice ground ball to short, to first, and we get a good squeeze from Jabrell at first. So that was Ricardo to Jabrell, a 6-3 put out. But again, the Cyclones put more runs on the board. I got us having Jack, and then Isai will be up. Oh, 13-2, my goodness. Jack, Isai, then we'll see Chris, Jorge, Teddy. And yeah, 13-2 means that's an 11-run lead, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the third. It's 15. So Jackrabbits need to put some runs across the board, or the third inning will be all she wrote, because the Cyclones have shown they're going to score every inning. So, all right. I think I've told you all the things I should normally tell you. What else? If you're looking for good folks to follow on YouTube while you're here, I really love the Pitching Ninja. You should get over to Pitching Ninja. And Trevor May, former, obviously Pitching Ninja just breaks down pitching. He's great. And Trevor May, the former baseball player who is retired, is now doing almost daily videos on what's going on. He had everything from Major League umpire suspended for betting on baseball, which is crazy. But also Major League Baseball has embraced the betting. So how can they be surprised that their employees are going to start betting as well? So I think that's, you got to know better if you're an ump. There's clear rules. But I don't know. I feel like, what? Like an inning ago. She did not talk to me. Oh yeah, that's right. She's back there with Mariana, I think. I see her in game mode. Trevor May also did a fabulous short where he was showing this kid, brand new kid, I think on the Reds, who had a big leg kick to get himself timed for pitching. The pitcher would just pause, and it would cause all kinds of messes up with the timing. And then he'd quick pitch him, and then he couldn't get his leg up. And it was just really a good breakdown of a batter who could bat at AAA, but is going to struggle in the majors. Here comes Jack. And he's going to take that first pitch, 61 outside. Let's see if Jack can get his hype fire around on this. That ball's low and away. It's a lefty v lefty here. Jack versus number 12 for the Cyclones. That was what the guy was trying to pitch the whole time. 62-mile-an-hour pitch on the outside corner. So he missed the first 2 times and came back and located it perfectly. Jack's got to know he's pitching outside, so now he's going to punch it through the left side. Come on, Jack, 64. And the shortstop's even playing up the middle, so a big, big hole. And Jack getting a chatting too about you can't be stepping out and taking all kinds of time between pitches. This ump has really wanted to move the game along, and So as such, he's not going to give Jack a lot of time to gather his thoughts, apparently, which is his prerogative. It is 6:08. We all want to go home. And there we go. Foul ball back. So with the second base, the shortstop way up. Oh, now he's moving over. He learned something. So good quality baseball heads up by the Cyclones shortstop, who's moving over. He saw that Jack was behind on the pitch. And then he's going to hit that ball up to second base. Second baseman gets down on it. He throws over to first, where he's safe. So, good play by the second baseman to stop the ball, something we struggled with. But excellent running by Jack to get to first safely. Isai steps in now. And we are looking for hits from our catchers here. All day long, our catchers have been struggling at the plate. They're defensive masterminds, but that ball is hit straight up and straight back. And I don't think it's not playable. Even though there's enough room for a couple of tiny homes in foul territory here, it still gets out of play. Don't you think? You could put like a tiny home here? You could at least park a trailer here.
You could get a double wide.
We think we could get a double wide here. I don't know if I can show you how. That's only half there. You can see the half of the foul territory in that shot, so or that shot. So huge space. But now Isai coming back. He's got to stay tall. Swing and a miss of 52. So good pitch by number 12 to take a little off there, almost 10 miles an hour off. And no balls and 2 strikes. With the left-hander, it's going to be tougher for anybody to steal on it. And that ball does get back. Oh no, it goes right back to the catcher. But the catcher didn't know it was coming back so fast, and as such got past him. Jack gets in safely on a pass ball. And we have a timeout here. The catcher going to talk to his pitcher, or ump on top of it, moving the game along. So by my count, the first pitch here was about 5:15. So we're coming in on an hour of baseball in the final. Oh, and Isai swings and misses a 63 mile an hour fastball for strike 3. And Chris will meander up. And that'll put Jorge in the on-deck circle. 1 down. And a runner on second. So Jackrabbits need to score more than just 1 run in this inning. They plan on playing. Chris led off the game with a beautiful triple to right center. Swing and a miss at strike 1 there. And he hits that one right up center field. Center fielder misplays it. Chris is able to then come on, Jack is able to come in on for the play. He slid. I don't think that anybody gave him the slide sign, but whatever. We'll take it. So Chris.
In their defense, they were yelled at yesterday for not sliding into.
Oh, okay. So I see. I missed that. So Keith coming to the boys' rescue, saying that they were yelled at for not sliding into home. I like a feet first slide. Sometimes it can be seen as showing up the other team, but if they've been told they have to do that, you want to do that. So Chris will take a lead out at first, but he's not going to be running here. Jorge takes the first pitch outside. And Jackrabbits with a run this inning, keeping up a trend, but a trend they need to break if they're going to win the championship because of how many runs the Cyclones have put up. Teddy in the on-deck circle. Oh, Jorge way behind that 63 mile an hour fastball. Gonna have to get either back in the box or decide earlier. Of course, it's easy for me to say decide earlier. You get a fraction of a second to decide when you have a 63 mile an hour pitch coming at you from only 54 feet away. Jorge will foul another one off. Next pitch, and that ball is hit into right center field, and that one's going to go a long way. The right fielder is tracking it down. It has now reached the fence because, of course, turf. So what should be a routine single will end up being a triple, and Jorge will be held at third. Good relay throw from the relay man. Keep Jorge at third. So that's a second run across the inning. Sorry, second run across this inning. Teddy trading out one hype fire for another, making sure he's getting the maximally juiced one. Not the minimally juiced one, but the maximally juiced one. By the way, if you follow Easton on Instagram, they have not backed down. They have doubled down on their hype fire, insisting it's not juiced. Teddy with a ground ball into the ground, and there'll be a play at home. And they still get him at first. And Jorge going on the run, or on contact, does score the run. So RBI for Teddy, but not a great at bat, honestly. Hit that ball into the ground. He's done that twice now, hitting over the top of the ball. And Aaron now will have to bat with the bases empty. 3 runs across for the Jackrabbits, giving us 13-5. But more importantly is we need base runners. And the umpire grabbing his spot down the first base line. And number 4 just hits that one right up the middle so beautifully. Right back where it came from. Aaron will take first base with a single. Ricardo's got to do his part now. Everybody just needs to keep the line moving. Keep the line moving. We can score enough runs here if we just keep the line moving. With Ricardo stepping into the batter's box, that'll put Gianni in the on-deck circle. And Jackrabbits, nice to see a little bit of fight, not going down quietly. That was a 61 outside corner to Ricardo, who had no interest in it whatsoever. You can see him shake his head there. He's going to try get himself resorted for the second pitch of the at-bat. Aaron taking a very cautious lead at first, which I appreciate. No reason to make the third out on the base paths when you get Ricardo and Gianni up. And there's another shot into center. And that excellent play by the center fielder who picks that up on... picks that ball up on a bounce. So Gianni now going to throw the bat across here to Coach Steve. And it looks like Isaiah will step in the on-deck circle. So Gianni now has got to be smart. Can really put good aluminum on this, but don't want to get him overzealous like Teddy was with his swing at the first thing. Gianni swing and miss a 55-mile-an-hour pitch. That's way off his normal fastball, so it must have had some movement on it. I didn't see it, but Gianni missed it and it was coming in slower. Could have been a changeup for that matter. And ball gets away from the catcher for ball 2. So number 12 still has plenty of juice. That was 64. So he doesn't look like he's tiring at all. Oh, Gianni swings it. Well, should have been ball 3, ends up being strike 2. Got to be smart here. And now you're in trouble. You're in a hole. Big hole on the left side. And Gianni will hit that in a deep, deep shot in the left center field. That ball bounces all the way to the fence. It's going to score at least 1. It should score 2. And they're going to hold Gianni at third, but does score 2. So the game gets more interesting at 13-7. And Isaiah will step in.
Go, Isaiah. You too, huh? Hey, Isaiah. Check in with him.
And Isaiah will be checking in. He will make an offensive substitution for Joe, right? Or Javon. Isaiah's batting now. So, okay. Isaiah is going to come in for Javon. We do get a timeout. It looks like a coach from the Cyclones has come out to have a conversation. And home plate ump said that's about enough of that. We're going to clear that up. As I mentioned, Isaiah's been at baseball camp this week and was working on his pitching primarily, but we need hits right now. Johnny with a little lead off third, no sense. And messing around there. Oh, my gun didn't catch that, but it sounded like a kind of a low 60s fastball like we've seen from this pitcher. And Zay needs to be ready to pull the trigger. And he does, hits that one off to the right side. And right fielder, oh, he caught it. He did catch it. Well, he acted like he didn't catch it. He immediately turned through to second. All right, well, good aluminum on that one, but a good play by the right fielder to catch that. And that ends the top of the third. Jackrabbits put a bunch more across, but not enough. 13-7 as we go to the bottom of the bottom of the third. And I think Jorge's back on the mound.
Hey, Paul, they were asking if you were ever going to check in your shirt.
Maybe in 30 pounds, maybe. 30 pounds, I think.
What do you want, Chris? Get in the dugout.
She'd be like, you better call your sister, and I'd be like, nope, ain't right with me either.
The showman on the third base coach.
Oh.
He texts in.
And he does it, you're saying?
No, I just asked because, she was making a big point out of it, so I asked if he would ever, text in.
Yeah. We did that when Hunter was in school too, because they'd all have to wear baseball coaches and make fun of them too. Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah.
Especially when Paul was much heavier, we had to order them.
We had to order them.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. They have to wear a uniform and everything. That's funny.
Just like the pros.
Yep.
You were like batting practice. Yeah, dude.
You're supposed to. At a game, they're supposed to wear them.
Real game, league game.
They're supposed to wear them.
Full on uniform just like the players. But like most coaches are wearing just like they go wear like a batting practice.
That's what Paul would wear, which is the batting cage jacket. But he'd have to
But
wear
he's...
pants. Yeah.
And Jorge will step on the mound here as we go to number 10, step in the box for the Cyclones. And there's a ground ball right to Ricardo. They got him out by half a step. Whew. Ricardo's got to speed that up a little bit. Got to go get that ball. Let's see, that's probably a better angle for those. I'll do that next time. Kieran running all the way down the line to back that throw up, which I appreciate. As we've mentioned, a lot of foul territory space. So 1 pitch, 1 down. Jorge throwing 44-mile-an-hour curveball there. A big smile on his face for how slow that was and how much he missed by. No, do not feel raindrops. 49 at the knees. So Jorge not throwing especially hard. I don't know if he's been told to lay off. Oh, nuts. There's raindrops. And that ball is hit right at Jack, who makes a look what I found catch for the second out of the inning. They've been hitting him where we aren't. That one they hit him right at him, and that one right at him. So our amateur meteorologist here, Keith, who did wisely suggest that the weather warning was going to blow east of us. It did happen. Is noticing that there's raindrops falling on our heads. But that's not the reason that our eyes are turning red. And that's a ground ball down the left field line. And it will, wow, Isaiah on top of it. They might have it play at third. Wow. What a good play by Isaiah to keep him at second. That has been a triple all day. So some hustle out there by Isaiah, who I should mention an inning or two ago said we can't do this. We can't let him go quietly. Let's go get him. So playing with heart to back up his words. Runner at second being held on by Aaron. And there's a ground ball right to Ricardo, who's going to pick it up and throw it to first. And Jabril, and it gets past. And we get a ball that gets away. We're having a hard time. So Ricardo didn't throw it. Yeah, Ricardo didn't throw that one hard enough. He's got to throw it so that it hits Jabril in the chest.
Come on, boys. 2 down, let's go.
So that was another run, right? Because it would have been going with 2 outs, and good base running by the Cyclones. 12's in safely at second.
That was a good throw.
Good throw by Kieran. Even recognized by the ump, gave him a fist bump. We like that. Still not enough though. Nice. 47-mile-an-hour curve that started way outside the zone, dropped in. 24 gave up on it because it looked like it was going to be way outside. So you're going to get that pitch one time. Now 27 knows it's coming. So with 2 strikes, or 2 balls and 1 strike, and 2 down, we have to have good defense here to end the 2-out rally. And there's a foul ball. Yes. Now it's getting darker. It's easier to see the ball coming off the bat. I don't know if that's my 48-year-old eyes or what, but I have been, multiple times I've been lost on where the ball's going. So 2-2-2 now with a runner on second. Where's my buddy Tony when he would say the deuces are wild? That ball is fouled off to the left. And in the parking lot, somebody's in. Oh, it's rolling back towards us. Someone's got it. So what we need here is a swing and a miss with Kieran with a good squeeze. Oh, I missed that Kieran's behind the plate. And that ball gets away, and the runner will easily take third. I'm not sure what they were trying there. That ball came in at 41 miles an hour. So what was that? 41 is almost the same as what Kieran throws the ball back at. So Gianni at third, Ricardo at short, Aaron at second, and Jabrell at first, with Kieran behind the plate. And that ball's hit to Isaiah. It's going to go over his head, and I'm not sure he has the right play on that anyway, but either way, it's ended up being a double. And another run scores. So Cyclones quickly scratching back the number of runs we scored. And we got 15-7 in the third here. So the winning run is stepping into the plate number 99, because it would be 10 after 3? No, I screwed this up last time. 15 after 3. Never mind, not the winning run. I'm a whole inning off. So Jackrabbits, by scoring a bunch last inning, did themselves some favors to extend this out at least another inning. Jorge with 2 consecutive pitches outside. Number 99 here. Is Jorge out of gas? It doesn't look like it. Oh, he looks like it. That was 47. I mean, Teddy has some innings left on his arm. You could put Teddy in. Otherwise, you're going Isaiah or Isai. Is anybody warming up in the bullpen over here? I don't see anybody. There's a strike, 52. And next pitch. Strike 2, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down now. Jorge, runners will be going. They'll both be no, sorry, there's no runner on first. I apologize. Runner at second will not be going. That ball is a curve and well outside the zone. Now we've got runners at first and second. And in steps number 9. So Isai's got the mask on over there. Who's he warming up with? Joe? Still trying to figure out who might be warming up here behind the dugout. Can't see it from the broadcasting booth. Can just see the Isai. And that ball skips away from catcher. And everybody moves up. And that is disappointing. So Joe, it looks like the scouting report is that's Joe throwing to Isai. I don't know if they're bored or if they've been told to put their go get warmed up, but we shall see. There's a nice, easy ground ball. And we do get the throw to first from Ricardo. So Ricardo with 6-3 put out there to end the inning. A couple more runs across, right? 2 more runs across, and we shall see Joe, Jack, and Isai at the bottom of the order. Or maybe Kieran, yeah, and then Chris, Jorge, and Teddy if we roll the lineup over. So we need another inning like we had last inning if we're going to make this interesting. Same pitcher for the Cyclones. He's been in and around the zone, still throwing hard. Why not?
All I know is he's Jack. Maybe there's a yard work.
Right, always something to do.
I'm gonna knock these words out of their neck.
So we got clarification here. Jabrell will bat. Joe will not come back in. So Jabrell will bat this inning. 5:15 we started. So at bat is Jabrell, yeah, and then Jack will bat second. So the 5:15 start time, I got us an hour and 15 minutes, so 30 minutes left. So plenty of baseball left, potential for 2 more innings, in fact.
Here we go, couple.
Let's go, Jabril.
So Jabrell would love to see a fastball here, and he does, and it's a little high. He swings at it. Strike one. Sometimes the love of seeing a fastball overrides the love of taking a pitch that's not yours to hit. There was the pitch to hit. Why is my pocket radar, is it done for the day? It just always dies about this time. 59, swing and a miss for strike 3. So did pick that speed up. Let's see if we got Jack now. We'll get an old school phone call here in the broadcast booth. We're going to do ticker tape later. A little bit of. We actually, what you don't know is we have somebody over on Telegraph doing that as well. The ball is outside at 63, and Jack doesn't take the big, long, winding route back to the box, but instead takes a practice swing, gets back in, and he swings at a 53-mile-an-hour pitch. Nowhere near the zone. He's mad at himself. Jack getting a reminder about something with his back leg. You can see Coach tapping his back leg. And that's a 67, but in the dirt. Well, in the turf. Pitcher here for the Cyclones, number 12. He works quickly. And that ball is hit off to the left side. And while there is acres of space over there, the third baseman who is playing Jack to pull did not have the ability. He wanted to throw into the catcher. Good arm by the third baseman. It was a perfect strike from basically where the outfield begins. We got a 2-2 count to Jack. Jack has got to get on here. That ball is outside. Passed through the right-handed batter's box. And a full count now. Jack's got to be ready for the payoff pitch here. 12 will be in and around the zone for sure. And he is striking 66 mile an hour. Good pitch by 12. He's clearly got plenty of stamina left in his arm. Throwing as hard or harder than he's thrown all day right now. So Kieran will step in. So do we make the change on the scoreboard? We will right now for Kieran for Isai. Make sure Kieran gets the credit. And he gets the foul ball off to the right side. So he's locked in here on number 12. And in the on-deck circle is Chris. He's going to take that one inside. 1-1 count. Oh, nice. and it'll be in safe. Kieran has all kinds of wheels. For a catcher, he is by far one of the quickest kids on the team. So Kieran now gets on with a leadoff single to deep short. Be pleased with himself there, and hopefully we can get him over and in now. So Chris will lead off. Chris 2 for 2 with a triple and a single. Maybe it was a double. I think it was a single. He's going to take the ball high. Since Chris has already knocked the triple off of the hitting for the cycle, I'm just going to go see. And there's a ground ball. And play it first, not in time. So pitcher looked to second, there was nobody there. And we'll get on running hard on a pitch that was barely, 25 feet. So we'll take it. Oh, it just tells me in the box score how many hits. It doesn't tell me what he's done. So Jorge now putting the hat back on just to make sure he looks good. And Teddy in the on-deck circle. And, there'll be a play at second. And he's out. A late break by Chris. Great heads-up play by the catcher to throw behind Kieran, and that will end the inning, and that doesn't plate a single run, unfortunately. Jorge will bat if we come back around, because we should have time. We're about an hour 20. But that doesn't help us at all. And with such, we'll have a couple of substitutions. It looks like coach is coming in, make a couple of substitutions. And we'll see maybe even Joe on the mound. Aaron's standing there, but I don't think Aaron's going to be pitching. Aaron's tried to pitch once or twice and has said, that's not for me. Yeah, he's keeping the ball warm. There you go. Rubbing a wrinkle into it so the ball has a little bit more movement on it. And Joe is definitely trotting towards the mound, but he could also be going all the way to first. So we'll see here. So Joe's grabbed the ball and is definitely standing near the rubber. So I guess we're going to have Joe. Joe will be in. And it's a complete mess here on who's playing what position. Honestly, we don't have a right fielder. We don't have a first baseman. Or maybe we have a first baseman. Is Aaron the first baseman? Okay, we need a left fielder. I don't know. Okay, here's what I know. Kieran is behind the plate. He's got his gear on. I feel confident that he's likely to be the catcher. Joe is on the rubber and taking warm-up pitches. I think I can confirm Joe will now be the pitcher. All right, I can confirm that Aaron is standing on first, so let's assume that Aaron's playing first base. Ricardo has now moved to second, Jorge to third, although he's holding his right arm. Gianni holding his right arm. Jorge at short, Gianni at third, both holding their right arms. Chris will be in left, Jack in center, and Isaiah in right. So Teddy has come out. Teddy was in the on-deck circle. I don't know, I'm confused what happened there. I literally have no idea what's going on right now, folks. Jabril has come out, can confirm that. Isai has come out, but both are standing over here on the line. No idea. Kieran's gonna have to make sure he squeezes every pitch here. We cannot let a single pitch get past us with how much space there is behind the plate. Joe does have a knuckle and a fastball and a change. Knuckle is pitch you throw when there's nobody on base because it will do whatever it wants to do. It has a mind of its own. And calls for balls in coming down. And Joe now with the ball and his feet on the rubber. Gets a sign from Kieran. That ball bounces. Two
You found out?
balls. So in a little homage to Joe's faith here, is the man who always checks in with the man above before he goes to bed. We were trying to see who the patron saint of pitching is. And we call upon him to help us out here. And there's a single to center. Solid stroke by, he's a patron saint of baseball. She, St. Rita, St. Sebastian for athletes, okay. He's the guy who got shut up like a pin cushion, right? Yeah. That seems like a tough one. Well, you know. And that ball is way outside. Kieran's going to have to go get it. It goes way down towards first base. And actually, Aaron ends up picking it up. Runner at second. So we're learning a few things here about the patron saints of sports. I would guess because sports and athletes, you're working hard, it hurts. So St. Sebastian could make sense. And a shot into right field, or sorry, right center, or right second base. Sorry, I missed that. Ricardo with the throw over to Aaron. They'll get one out and move the runner to third. And number 22 will step in. So third or fourth inning, I think fourth time they've batted around, or fourth time through the order, excuse me. Well, a bunch of series of good bats coming up, and ball one. So one down, a runner on third. And number 22 steps out of the way. Kieran cat-like reflexes goes to get that, saves the run from scoring. So the Jackrabbits need to turn this inning over quickly. We're at roughly an hour 30. Remember, we play for an hour 45, so you can't allow much of a rally here to the Cyclones. Additionally, it's the fourth. Oh, it might be 2 hours in championship, true. But does the run rule still count? Because if so, number 22 is the winning run. Right, 10 after 4. And that ball is, poked foul down the left field line. So we don't have a ton of baseball left in this game is the moral of the story. There's potentially a run rule at play. There's potentially a time limit at play. Where's Mark when we need him? But I think you're right. I do think it's 2 hours for championship. Strike three. Joe gets him. So 2 down. That was a big, big strikeout there. Because now a ground ball to the infield. You can play it first. You don't have to worry about the runner at third. And number 10 steps in for the Cyclones. Joe taking a long time to get his sign. He throws that one past. But Kieran turns around immediately and turns himself into a second baseman, getting down and getting that ball as it comes back off the ricochet. So we have a 3.5 foot concrete wall behind home plate. So the ball does come back quickly. Again, that ball is going to go all the way back. And that ball is unplayable. And the runner scores. So it looked like it hit the front of the plate and went right over Kieran's head. At that point, there was no way to go get that 16th run of the game for Cyclones, making 10 still the winning run. So we're about to go in the heart of the order here, and all they need is to get one run. And that ball is outside, 3-0.
Let's pitch, Joe. Let's go.
Nice pitch, 58. Joe took a little off that. I think that was his curve, maybe. As it looked like it dived away from the right-handed batter, dived glove side. And that ball bounces and gets away. So now we got a ball is in play. The runner decides not to go anywhere. So now the winning run on first. And number 28 will step in. Number 3 batter in the order, I believe. And these batters here, 3, 4, 5, have put the ball deep into the outfield. That ball is way outside. Kieran goes and gets it. And Joe's going to throw it around the plate here so they can make us enact his defense, get them in the game. There's a strike, 1-1. Joe kind of nibbling there on the outside. I don't really want to see him nibbling. I want to see him go right down the heart here. And he hits. Oh, they got him safe. Oh, ump was right there. Great view, great positioning by the ump. Good view.
Good throw, Kieran.
Kieran with a really heads-up play to make that even close. So the winning run now at second base. So a single will probably score him. And more important than ever that the Jackrabbits play good defense. And that ball is hit into right center field. And unless Jack gets it, this game is over. This game should be over as soon as his foot touches the plate. And they're going to send him home. And there's going to be a play at home. Oh, Aaron cuts it off for no good reason. And that is the runner's tired. And that is ball game. So well done by the Cyclones to win the CABA 13U Gold Championship. Jackrabbits come in second place. It's second place on the season for them. Only one victory at this point. But make sure you like, subscribe, and check the bell. Again, we're off next weekend. We'll see you in 2 weekends for the next CABA tournament. Thank you, everybody. And on behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, Keith and myself, Vamos Liebres, we will see you. And for those of you that are celebrating Father's Day tomorrow, happy Father's Day. For those of you that if you see your dad, give him a big hug. You never know when he's going to appreciate it. We'll do a little bit of the award ceremony here. We'll see how that goes. Wait, why don't I do that?
Parents, come on. Parents, go get your pictures. Mom, Parents, go get your pictures.
I'm going to do the, make sure this is working. Is home plate working? Yeah. I'm going to go do the award ceremony.
Hurry, Mike, my mom likes that.
I know your mom likes it.
She's watching.
And we've got some big old trophies here. Yeah.
On behalf of Color Amateur Baseball Association, hard fought weekend for both of y'all. You guys showed out, came out, showed out. Congratulations, you guys. Cut the mic. I want to first congratulate our Jackrabbits. Congratulations, coach.
Ooh, they're getting a ring. So it's not a medal, it's a ring. Coach got a big trophy. Esai's getting his ring. Joe. Jabril. Kieran and Christopher and Teddy. Jorge. Ricardo, Gianni, Aaron, and Jack.
Thank you guys very much. Way to hit the ball, boys. Way to hit the ball. One last thing, fellas, before I get up. Stay in line. Stay in line. One last thing, fellas, before I get up.
Hey.
Make sure you guys thank your parents. Like to sacrifice their time to be out here, fellas.
They only have.
Proud of you guys. To all the parents that do this stuff week in and week out. Appreciate everything you guys do. I'm sure it's reciprocated on their end. And you guys are rock stars. Here we go. Good job, Coach. Caleb Chavez. Here we go, kids. Clap it up here, boys. Here we go.
How many hits did you have?
Good job.
I know he had at least a triple.
We just hit everything right. Good job. Jaden Gregory.
Everybody got 2 hits?
And you were the pitcher? Get out of here. 4 hits. Congratulations.
Can we get a picture together, guys? Hey, mix it up. Get together and mix it up, please.
Whoa, sorry.
Way to hit the ball.
On behalf of Jackrabbits Broadcasting, I'm signing off. We will see you in 2 weeks. Vamos, Liebres!